Madam Minister, ladies and gentlemen, dear colleagues, thanks a lot for the opportunity to share Business Europe views on how to shape EU social policy in order to make sure that European companies can create quality jobs in Europe. At Business Europe, we are convinced that Europe's social market economy is the best system in the world because it is geared towards ensuring that economic and social progress go hand in hand. And to pick up on the powerful sentence of Vice President Omerji, in Business Europe we are also fighting for the creation of jobs and not any jobs. We are fighting for the creation of productive jobs which are based and created by companies who are producing quality goods and services that can be sold out throughout Europe and in the world at competitive prices. And of course, we are fighting for jobs which are created in full compliance with applicable legislation and collective agreements. And that is why we always underline the importance, when we do take action at EU level, to fully respect both national competences and the autonomy of the social dialogue. Unfortunately, this is not always the case, and there are a few cases where the EU has encroached both on national and on social partners' competences. There are also cases where the EU has not taken sufficiently into account the impact of its actions on companies' competitiveness. And as a result, we ended up with a few poor quality social legislation examples in which the limits of the legal powers to the EU were compensated by using the trick of increasing administrative requirements on companies. And for Business Europe, it is absolutely fundamental that when we look at how to shape the future actions in EU social policy, we also make sure that these actions contribute to redressing the mistakes that we have done in some pieces of legislation in the past. Second big area of focus, and many previous speakers have emphasized it, of course, the need to address skills and labor shortages, because you cannot produce high-quality products without well-skilled workers. And finally, also crucial, the importance of making sure that social policy contributes to a good functioning of our single market and facilitates mobility. These are the three areas of focus we would like to join forces with all the people here in this room to make sure that Europe is actually achieving its objectives in these fields.
Thank you very much, Thérèse. I'm now delighted to give the floor to the Secretary General of SGI Europe, Valeria Ronziti.